Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boys, Frogo Reactions here, back with another video. We are talking about Craig Berube. The chief himself is hired as Sheldon Keefe is fired. Let's go.
Here we go.
So your main man, Sheldon Keefe, the Queef himself, the Sheldon Keefe is gone. Bye-bye! So long! Adios, amigos!
Thank you, everything, Sheldon Keefe, for your long tenure here with the Toronto Maple Leafs, going on one of the best regular season runs and the worst playoff runs.
But Sheldon Queef is gone. Out.
Or as some people like to say, Sheldon Skeef, because he was Skeef. But
as Craig Berube, the chief himself, is coming to Toronto.
The guy that we said, even during the regular season, remember back in January, February, I don't know if you saw our videos, we were talking about how they should fire Keefe and hire Berube.
The chief is in Toronto, and he's gonna become the chief of Toronto, and hopefully lead us to the promised land like he did with St. Louis. Can I get a hell yeah? Let's go.
And he signed, I believe, 4 years, right?
4 years.
Contract with the Leafs. And Sheldon Keefe, on the other hand, did not stay unemployed for long because
he went to New Jersey, and guess what? New Jersey ripped up that 2-year contract, so the Leafs don't have to pay him a cent. They gave him a new 4-year contract. That's it. Sheldon Keefe gone to New Jersey for 4 years, as Craig Berube comes in for 4 years. So let's go into the details of who's becoming a free agent and what's going to happen. Most likely coming back is Connor Dewar. I have a feeling he'll come back.
He was great on the penalty kill, good fourth line center role. I like him. At a cheap $1 million, he'll be good.
Noah Gregor?
He's probably gonna walk.
I have no clue. Nick Robertson probably stays.
Good question.
Tyler Bertuzzi and Domi.
Yes, now.
Domi is for sure staying here 100%. I have a feeling he's staying here no matter what.
Leafs have started their talks with Bertuzzi and Domi for long-term contracts. According to Pierre LeBrun, the Leafs are discussing multi-year deals, probably worth $5 to $6 million annually. And Frank Saravalli projects Tyler Bertuzzi's contract at 4 years, $5.25 million, and Domi's 2-year at $3.5 million.
Domi's staying here regardless.
I don't like 2 years. I think it should be longer, 3 to 4, like Bertuzzi. Why not? But still, re-signing them, great idea. I love it. I want this to happen. Let's keep those buds in Toronto, and let's hope they thrive next season. I can't wait.
Timothy Liljegren. Now, Timothy Liljegren is an RFA. He has arbitration.
Yep.
I don't know if he stays. I think they let him walk. They don't agree on a price. They let him walk and they go freely. They're separate directions.
We need to upgrade the defenseman, and I think Liljegren is another Sandin situation. He can thrive on another team in a top 4 role.
TJ Brody.
Goodbye.
I'm sorry, buddy. It got bad. It got bad as the contract went on.
Yeah.
It was fun while it lasted. It was a great 4 years while you were here.
Yeah.
The first year was awesome. The second year was awesome. And then as the contract went on, it became more and more likely that you will not stay here in Toronto.
Yeah.
And I think that is the case. I think you move on from him.
Now
Next, Joel Edmondson.
Eddie.
I would try to keep him as much as possible. I would try to extend him an offer, see what he says. Let's hope he brings him back. Mark Giordano probably retires.
Yeah.
Ilya Lyubushkin.
Hey.
I'm 50-50 on him. I don't believe he will get back here in Toronto. Although this is his second stint in Toronto. I didn't like him, but then again, I don't think
he was good with Riley the first time around. This time, he was on the ice for like most of the goals for, and I don't think he was on the ice for like any goals against. If maybe one, which was that Game 7 overtime goal, and also he was like a plus in all of the games, so that was great. If maybe a cheap deal, if anything, if not, he walks, but he wasn't bad.
So next, the goalie situation. Martin Jones. He was a good backup option. I'd probably keep him. I'd probably extend an offer, see what he says. Then again, I'm 50-50. I think he'll probably stay, most likely, hopefully. He'll stay.
Samsonov on the other
Samsonov, I think it was a fun experiment while it lasted. It was great to have you. Yep. I love your Sammy smiles, but I think it's best that we move on. It got bad as the contract went on.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Another team will thrive.
Joseph Wall. Now, Joseph Wall is entering his last year of his contract as an RFA. He has arbitration next year, and he's an RFA. I would sign him as July 1st. I would give him a big contract, 8-year, extend him through his prime, extend him through his 30s, so he retires the Leafs.
Decent amount of money, 3-4 million.
Whatever, I don't care. Whatever you have to do to sign him, I want him back.
Also,
John Klingberg. John Klingberg, I think it was a fun experiment. He did, so I think I'm 50. I'm more leaning towards he's staying because he did after work with the Toronto Maple Leaf staff in terms of trying to get him back into remission, trying to get back in the way of things of hockey. I have a feeling he's going to stay, give it another kick of the can. Maybe. I'm going a 7. I'm going a 7 that he'll stay. 7, he's staying. But I'm not too confident. I'm not too confident to give him an 8. I'm going to leave that wiggle room for him to come back.
And Matt Murray.
Matt Murray, it was so long. It was probably too good. It was bad. It was the worst experiment ever. I'm sorry, Matt. I really do apologize. I'm sorry for your loss of your father. But it was fun while it lasted. It wasn't going to work out. So Matt Murray gone.
And also McCabe, they look like they want to resign. Leaf staff and management loves him. I would even give him as far as an 8 because this guy's a warrior on this team, and he's entering his contract year at $2 million. Lock him up. He's very good. That was worth a draft pick from Dubas. We're entering this offseason with 18.53 mil.
Next year we're at 51.
Yeah.
Come start of next season, who do I think will make the roster out of training camp? Easton Cowan.
Yes, I'm so excited for him.
A very good prospect. Easton Cowan, I think, makes it out of camp and makes it into somehow a stay home here.
Also,
I think Fraser Minton also makes it out of camp. He probably comes to Toronto. He probably stays with the Toronto Maple Leafs to see how it goes in the preseason, and most likely out of the preseason into the regular season. I think he stays. Topi Niemela? Maybe. I'm kind of on the maybe side for the rest of them. Most likely Easton Cowan and Fraser Minton will join.
We also have Cade Weber. I'm excited to see him play.
Cade Weber, I think, will be fun. I hope he'll do well. I think he'll do well.
The camp contract is not the greatest. I wonder if they look at trading him to clear some cap, like they did with Lafferty or something like that. Also, Marner's situation. Rumors have been floating around.
I think
about getting UC Saros for Marner and a player and whatever.
I think the longer this goes, and even past July 1st when they can start negotiating, if it hits that July 1st, I think they're going into the season with the same way they went with Nylander. They went into the season without a contract and they figured out the contract after. I think he most likely stays on the roster. I think they give it.
I hope not.
I think they need to.
Now, according to Chris Johnson, there is a near 0% chance that the Maple Leafs core forward group returns next season.
He's leaving some room. He's leaving some room. Near 0%.
They're going to definitely take a good look at getting rid of Marner. And there's high chances it happens, but like you said, the longer it goes on, the worse it is for us.
So the Penguins, Blackhawks, Ducks, Islanders, and Utah could be the fits for Mitch Marner. And Pagnotta wonders if a trade surrounding Mitch Marner and UC Saros can get done.
Because they recently traded McDonough. Now Barry Trotz said no, it's not to clear cap for Marner, blah, blah, blah. They haven't talked to him. They haven't made any talks with Marner. Brad Treliving was focused on getting a coach. They're figuring out their coaching staff now. They also said that reportedly Marc Savard will be joining the Leafs player staff as the power play coach and replacing Guy Boucher. That has yet to be announced, but I feel like it will be announced soon.
So people who
he formerly parted ways in Calgary.
People who we can re-sign or sign, that's on our radar. Victor Arvidsson, Dakota Joshua, Nikita Zadorov, Jake DeBrusk, Mario Ferraro, Scott Lawton, and Boone Jenner are all on the Maple Leafs radar.
Now,
so we'll see.
I would like for the Leafs to also look at Brett Pesce, Brian Montour, and a far-fetched Steven Stamkos, if anything. I feel like, though, maybe... these teams are trying to re-sign these 3 players I just listed. Apparently for Carolina, it's not doing so well with Brett Pesce, and that would be a great ad for the Leafs. So would Montour, and I don't know if he intends on re-signing in Florida after they're done their playoff run.
So we'll see.
That would be a great ad for the Leafs, and on the fix helping the power play. Stamkos performs in the playoffs, would help the power play as well. And he's from Toronto, from Markham, born in Markham, so that would be a hometown discount right there. And he's also thought about coming to the Leafs back when he re-signed in Tampa years ago.
When he first had a contract dispute with the Tampa Bay Lightning, he flew to Toronto, and he was caught by paparazzi or whatever, people who take photos for a living of stars. He was caught on one of the photos in Toronto talking to Leafs management about a contract. So let's hope that the Maple Leafs at least extend an offer to him.
Yeah.
And let's hope he accepts. I really do. I really want Steven Stamkos to come home. Finally, the boy from Markham comes home to where he belongs in Toronto. Let's go.
Also, here are Daily Faceoff's top 75 pending free agents. Now I'm just going to list the most important ones regarding the Leafs. I see Stamkos on this list. His current cap hit is 8.5. They're projecting 3 years at 6.13 mil. Fair, great, no arguing with that. Brandon Montour's current $3.5 million contract, they're projecting 7.7 mil at 6 years. That's a lot. I don't know if the Leafs would offer that much. Brett Pesce, current $4 million. They're looking at 5 years, 6.25 million. That's also a little pricey. They projected Bertuzzi, like we mentioned before, at 4 years at 5.25 million. They projected DeBrusk at 5 years, 5.8 million. That's
Victor Arvidsson, 3 years, 4.75.
Dakota Joshua, 4 years, 3.25 million. Max Domi, 2 years, 3.5 million. Samsonov, 1 year, 2.35 million. I don't know where he's getting that 1 year, but it ain't gonna be in Toronto, that's for sure.
TJ Brody, they're projecting 2. Wow, they're projecting 2 years at 3.65. So,
and it ain't gonna be in Toronto. Joel Edmondson, 2 years, 1.65 million. Fair, great, happy with that.
Anyway, those are your free agents that are most notably on Toronto's radar. Let's hope the Toronto Maple Leafs come back with a great regular season. We'll be back to break it all down when things start to happen and more rumors. Right now, we have 33 contracts out of 50, a roster of 16 out of 23, and a reserve list of 45 to 90.
Our general manager is Brad Treliving, and our new head coach,
Craig Berube. The Chiefs is back in town.